I will gladly ultimate you. Man, it feels satisfying. What would happen if I went some cute devils against you? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today some variation of the Grixis deck. First, it will be a control deck. Second, it will be a cool control deck, and it will be really fun, I promise you that. And third thing, the bans are coming, right? So we will make a deck with all the you-know-what cards, and out of the deck there will be no Invoke Despair in the deck. See? 5 mana slot. It looks weird. There will be no Sheoldreds. I know, suddenly there are 4 drops in the format, and there will be no Fables, which means that, okay, Corpse Appraiser and Harvester are still here, but you know what, they will probably stay, I would guess, and they help the deck quite a lot, and the rest of the deck works marvelously. You will also see some very cool interaction with Overcharged Amalgam, and we play it because we have creatures, thanks to Harvester and Appraiser. So there are also vampires, so we have this 3-bar going on with Evelyn, the Covetous, and you will see in the games as well, it provides you quite a lot of card advantage and Cormela mana advantage, right? So you can get a lot of value while still having some board presence. The MVP of the games today was absolutely Sorin the Mirthless. Man, I need to play with this card a little bit more. It's a 4-mana planeswalker that wins you every matchup. Against control decks, if they don't answer it, they lose over the long game. They just cannot keep up with your cards, and we have enough relevant cards that are threats that we can grind their value from the hand. You will see it in today's video. It will be pretty epic. Oh, and by the way, you will see multiples, not one, but multiples ultimates for Sorin, and it was glorious. Sorin, you are the boss of this video, for sure. We still play enough counter spells to make it work. Syncopate, double make disappear, 1 negate. This is your 1 hard counter spell, so make it count. We still have Amalgam and Ertai, so theoretically we could counter 2 more spells, but it comes at a price, so be careful about it. So I really hope you will like this one. It's a cool Grixis that really feels like a control deck, which I personally really like, and it feels much more fun than the Invoke version, so give it a try. And of course, guys, if you aren't subscribed by now, you know, not pointing fingers, but some of you aren't, and don't forget to consider it. It really helps the channel, it really shows your support, and if you feel this channel is worth growing, if you like the content and you want to keep it kinda, you know, fresh with all the meta decks, consider it. It really helps. It really shows me that you like this kind of decks and you want to see them more, and I'm really grateful for it. So let's go into the games, guys. Enjoy the fun, and for a moment we can feel like the meta is different, and I'll tell you that after playing with this deck I really like it. I really like no Invokes, no Sheoldreds, and you know, no Fables. It feels fresh, it feels really fun, and suddenly new cards are used. Really epic. Alright guys, have fun. Alright, and the win rate, right? Here's the win rate. I hope I won't forget to edit it. It was pretty good. Alright guys, we are going first. We have Parasitic Grasp and Negate. That's all usually what you need early game. And honestly, those fast lands together with you know, the slow lands is sometimes just a perfect combination. We have the blue for the launch. It really helps against a lot of stuff. Alright. So this will be one of the control games. I wonder, is it full Azorius control? Seems like it, right? We have double blue. We definitely don't play. This is the Wandering Emperor turn. A bit scary. This is one of the advantages Azorius decks have over us. Let's see how many counter spells he plays. Hopefully it's 3 mana, but it's probably 2 mana count. Oh, the perfect one! Oh, it hurts! You are a monster. But we have our Sorin, and Sorin won't be Sorin. First time ever this joke on the channel. I just have to. It just begs for this kind of content. Alright, and now he's feeling the pressure because he knows that if he cannot answer this, he's losing the game, and it might be like this. I will keep drawing cards. Oh boy, a counter spell. I'm taking all the damage. We could burn down the house, but then we are open to his threats, and Sorin is a win con. He won't be able to beat him over the long game unless he just kills it somehow. So his idea is just to stack the answers one after another. Oh, that's a lot of damage, man. So will I have to discard? Not yet. I'm taking the damage, bro. I'm taking the damage. So he needs to overwhelm us during one. Oh, this Tapland will hurt you. You are a monster. You are an absolute monster. We can counter it if we want. You know what? Let's go for it. Oh, but Sloth, it's not a spell. It's not a spell. However, this can target abilities. Counter, activated or triggered ability, and channel is an ability. So Amalgam is actually legit, man. This is why we had Amalgam in the deck, alright? Exactly that's why. So we can counter. I mean, still a draw.
My ways are not for the weak.
Alright. Let's see. This will be the Emperor, right? Memory. He knows about Make Disappear. That's pretty interesting. He knows that we will counter it and he still played into it, so I guess he has a lot of value in the hand and just wants to go for the tempo. So we can deal 13 damage with Sorin, and that will create some pressure. We can also burn down the house. Oh, that's so cute. Do you think we will counter this? That's really cute. Bruh, you are not getting any advantage by this. Because you need to draw those cards in your 75 card deck. Alright, I mean, you don't like milling. Bro, Yorion is not here. You don't need 80 cards. So, I will gladly ultimate you. Man, it feels satisfying. What would happen if I went some cute devils against you? Do you have an opinion over this play? Cool. Man, we are not doing anything. We have Sorin and 19 life. He needs to answer it or he's out. And you can see that he feels the pressure. Suddenly we have so many cards. And I can play life again? We're drawing this just so we get it out of the top. Do I have creatures? I do indeed. And this is another piece. It's annoying. It gives us cards. It gives us creature on the board that can hit his face. And we are reloading Sorin. Oh boy, he won't like. Alright. For some reason I thought it's I always feel this is the cards I'm already taking. Land. I will take the March. It can hit Planeswalkers. Not sure how he tries to kill us. Maybe he's just like pure meal thing. He theoretically might have not anything in the deck. Because he has more cards than the average deck, so he doesn't even need to have a win con. His thickness is a win con. I guess, right? Do you see one card that kinda dominated this whole game? Emperor? We might kill our own stuff just to prevent the live gain, we'll see. I mean, a sideboard card seems about right. You gain 2 life. You are not a human. You know what? I prefer to get life than you. 5 cards. We still have 1 negate, so no life gain for you. I want to keep up the mana. He has shown Syncopates. He shuffled 1 in the deck. So a lot of stuff can happen. Oh, Ertai is perfect. Man, I love this deck. It's so cool. And we are not missing land drops, man. I burned down the house. Our card... Oh, so this is Corpse Apparatus deck, I think. A Smoke. Oh, the first Smoke went through. Don't forget, Sorin is a timer. And we also play double Sorin, so it means that we can just play another one. Like, in 4 turns, this kills him alone. While drawing us cards. So he needs to do something, man. What would happen if I did this, you get the card. I honestly thought I have 1 mana more and I can negate on the same turn. That's why I made the play, but it turns out a lot of my lands are tapped. But still, alright, so he fully taps. Fully taps. Unfortunately, it is exile effect, but we still have Sorin and we go with the original plan. Now he's fully tapped, so we can also kill this if we want, and we probably will. Just to make it, you know, easier for us. I mean, timer is going on. By the way, I'm at 20 somehow.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Let's see the card first. I won't need so much mana, probably. And see, this is a relevant play. I should do it later. I was so excited about drawing it. A bit too excited for my own good. Alright, so we will make a bad play because I'm a dummy. Obviously you don't want to do it. Oh, he stepped out. This is a lot of damage, man. It nearly kills him. And he already used double Sunfall. But still, let's go for this one. Syncopate gets us. But we are a bit flexible. Obviously that's part of the misplay, right? Because I tried to play a Harvester instantly, which I should not do. But we have backup Sorin. Unfortunately we need to show the cards, but he doesn't see Cormella and he's down to 4 cards. You can see, I remember how it plays out. When you cannot answer this freaking Sorin, you are absolutely out of the game. First, we pass. And he's playing very greedy version, because so far there was not a single card answering Planeswalkers. And this is what happens when you play this kind of deck. I usually add at least 2 Fateful Absences for this reason. You got me. No live game. It's interesting. He actually plays a full sideboarded card. I've never seen anyone main decking this one. 2 turns. We still have Negate. Sure. This is not the problem. The problem is those cards. One of them is Silver Scrutiny, I would guess, if he plays like this. And this is Sorcerer Speed, so it will ramp it to 2. He doesn't really gain mana on this turn unless he plays multiple spells. Negate is the MVP. We need to make it work. And one of the problems with Mind's Apparatus and casting Silver Scrutiny, you need to main phase it. And you need to do a lot of mana. What? Creatures, artifacts. Like, do you? Man, like this is insulting. All right, enjoy, I guess. Oh, this smells of some desperation right there. I draw a card. You know what happens on the next turn, bruh. You know what happens on the next turn.
My ways are not for the weak.
I play Cormella. She is glamorous, but also a thief, and a rogue, and a vampire, and it also has haste. And that's a lot of mana that you have there, but only 2 cards. A bit risky, but I want to force, you know, some more stuff. Cool. This is not the win con. Oh, I forgot she has an ability. So, no, but it's still bad, right? We want to protect Sorin, and he's down to 1 card, so it means he doesn't have a plan for this. He is just pure gambling at this point. He might have plan with this card, but we have Negate for it, so only the random card matters. I mean, do you see one Planeswalker that kinda absolutely dominated this whole game? And we are not playing Evelyn. All we need to do is press this button and eat him alive. We need a lot of unions right now. I loved it, man. We beat full-blown control deck with Mind's Apparatus just with a single Sorin. Sorin is amazing Planeswalker. I had so much fun, man. Alright, opponent goes first. We have some Parasitic Grasp, we have some Syncopates. Let's see how insanely aggressive they will be. So far, insanely aggressive. Alright, maybe we will get punished. Being on the draw with tap lands always feels really bad. And this will grow faster than our Brotherhood send probably. That's good. But it's not a human, so we won't hit it. However, it enables the Syncopate, and that's all we need. This was a good draw. You are not enchant. Man, he's going super greed lord mode. I'll tell you what, I've been playing with this deck. What they have? They have enchantments in the hand for 1 or 2 mana. And they didn't play them because they didn't want to buff those for 2/2. They wanted to buff everything because they're so greedy. And this is the punishment for being so greedy, because so far your board is super small. And this is one of the cool things about Grixis. You have Brotherhood Sand, and other decks do not. And, well, he won't like the rest of the game, I think. Alright, so we have Ertai Resurrected enabled. Or we can go Appraiser. I mean, I'm a control deck. I have lands every turn, I don't need to do anything. You need to kill me, bro. And you probably won't. So this is a Syncopate target. It could be Ertai target. Do I want the Ertai? Yeah, I don't mind it. It's one of the best targets because it's extremely expensive. They will get the card, but we get the tempo in the board, and that's what matters. I'm actually not blocking Companion. If he's smart, he would attack because he would get the Kami back, and Kami is on my target list, you know? The point is that right now we are slowing the gameplay. He cannot deal damage. He cannot progress his game plan at all. And I'm still playing clans every turn. Oh, he realized what's the play. Enjoy your 1 damage, my friend. I hope you cherish it, because it might be one of your last 1 damages. Moment we cast Appraiser, we will start blocking the dog. But we need to get the Kami out. I think he really wanted this play. If they don't have instants, they already lost the game. So this at this point is just cleanup duty. I want the land. I could go for Kaito, which will give me huge card advantage, and I probably will at this point. I attack. Haha. Oh, what is this? Sure. Perfect. Oh, I love it. I could go for Appraiser, but I'm really greedy, man. I'm like super greedy. And I really want this card as well. And now we have options. We can Syncopate, we can make disappear, we can go for the throat. And the most important thing is that we draw cards all the time. You can have it, but you need to pay too. Be so kind, please. Man, this guy is not having the best time of his enchantment life, but truth to be told, he went super greedy version. Super greedy. And he got absolutely punished for it. We make a creature right now. And we can go with the Corpse Appraiser, so there is no annoying threat of Kami anymore. I don't want to give him this value. Did I play land for this? I think I did not, right? I really want to. That was very low value play, but we have Memory Deluge and Kaito, so it should not matter. I like the deck. Moment you get control, you have a firm grasp over it, let's say it this way. So I could counter it. But it will cost me 1 crit. You know what? That's a good deal. They might have something else, but I'll take this risk. And if they pay another card and another something to counter Kaito, it's okay. It's card for card so far. Okay, maybe 2 cards for 1, but it's still good. Seal from existence. Sure. And now we have Memory Deluge, so we can still hit more stuff. And that is a full tap out. We have the creature. And we attack, because right now we are the aggressor. Not sure if he remembers that we exiled the Kami. Maybe he fixed his mind on, you know, that he has it. Let's go for 4. This is a good card. It also creates more pressure. Like, we have 15 life, but we actually would have to play like we have 4. Perfect. That was his last card, so you can guess who will win. 3 removal in the hand and Memory Deluge, or guy with top decks. I mean, theoretically they can draw like this. Alright, 2 cards in one. Let's see how long can he chain those things. Oh, only for 1? Not good enough, bro. And you don't have blue, so we can just keep playing stuff. Alright, this is very tempo-based play, so we'll go Liliana. Probably burn down the... Nah, let's try the new stuff. At some point she might matter. Yep. As you can see, we didn't even need it. He lost moment he was in top deck mode against Memory Deluge. Super greedy start, man. This was honestly one of the best starts he could even hope for. Alright, let's see this hand. Opponent goes first. Oh, I mean, let's see. Let's see. It can go absolutely both ways. Man, we cannot hit those 2 lands. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. On the play against Hopeful Initiate on turn 1, let's see if Talia is high quality Mythic gaming that we are used to. No, we are not a Talia, so we do not mind it super much. Coincidentally, she's also a human, which is a huge sin that you should not do. Okay, we need to be careful about this one, but if he plays something, it will probably won't be a 1-drop, right, with different power level. He wants to attack. Alright, we go with this one, we get rid of the Sentinel. Enjoy your cute attack for 1. And we are building toward... Honestly, this... Oh no, man. Anointed Peacekeeper! You are not a Peacekeeper, you are Irritating Keeper. This is the most annoying card that always names your next play, which means you need to play differently. So, very, very annoying situation. He will name Burn Down the House, that's the correct choice, unless he has more Anointed Peacekeepers or Talia, because he might have more ways to tax it, and we are far from it. So the next turn play is Liliana, and that's really tempting. And he went for the greedy version. Alright. So he decided he can kill us before we burn down the house, and let's see if he was right. 5 damage. Doesn't seem like it so far. What is the real play? Oh, I hate it. That's perfectly around our stuff. Oh, that was a bad land. Now he knows that we can... That was a huge, huge mistake. We should play the coast. Oh, I'm so bad at magic. I'm actually so bad at magic. So we'll try to work with Make Disappear. But Burn Down the House is on the plate for us. You got it. You can exile stuff. Enjoy. 9 damage. Only 9 damage to the face on turn 4. Seems about right. Alright, 3 cards. One of them needs to be really magical, bro. If they want to cast something, alright, there's no priority. Alright, this is really important. So, we play board sweep. He did not have instant, so it means that this dies. And he replaces the board. What do we need then? Land is okay, so I think it's Sorin for the value and go for the throat to get rid of whatever he plays. Bro, are you sure that was the correct naming? You don't have Liliana on the board, but you also don't have your win. Yeah, like, he misjudged in my opinion. Oh, nice. I mean, I like the sword. I've been trying to build so many decks with those swords, man, but problem for him. If I play Liliana, I have the counter spell, so that's why I will go for it. And I don't need double Sorin anyway. I also make a removal. So, like, Liliana is in a way, go for the throat, invest it into 0 mana, go for the throat on the next turn. So you can invest 3 mana on this turn to get a 2 mana removal on the next turn. Sure, you can have her, but please, can you just pay 2 extra mana? That would be everything I expect from you. Because this is nearly the same as countering this spell. He knows this dies to Liliana if he doesn't do anything else on this turn. And that's it. The only question is, do I really... Man, I really like... I mean, they have some non-creatures, but I will go for this one. Negate is not premium in this matchup, So even though it hits something, I'd much rather get him to 0 cards faster. He has some tricks up his sleeve. Alright, the tax. Forgot about the tax. A bit of a dummy move, but it's fine. It doesn't make a huge difference. I wanted to play Sorin to go for the fraud because I've seen 6 mana and, you know, Talia got me. Cool. What now? Oh boy. And now it's good game. Unless we play... No. Let's not be too greedy. And I love getting rid of their cards, but this should be enough.
Off you go.
I play the land, I play Sorin. I play Vampire because the value is in my hand, so I don't need more value. I just need something on the board to make it awkward. Perfect last draw. Still won't be enough because that Liliana targets a player. So what this sword has is it's super annoying when it goes through. You cannot kill this with any of your removal in the deck. However, you don't target it. I will play lands. With double Memory Deluge I have so many options, man. Let's see what the card is. It might be a land, it is a land. Which means I should have drawn first, then I play this land and this one is cycled. But it doesn't matter, you know. So we take the Cyclone, we play the Appraiser, we exile something that is annoying. Like, you know, let's make a manual ban of Talia right now. And I will get the Evelyn because she draws cards and is a blocker on herself. So the game is kinda over. I think he really counts on the ability of drawing a creature he can equip with the sword while we are tapped out, and then it has kinda, you know, the unblockable, and then he kills us in some turns. Outside of the junky build with the sword, right? It means you are misplaying the deck super hard. Sentinels are not good in the deck. Swords are not good in the deck, and the naming should be on the sweepers, and then you hit your high Mythic. Alright, full rope from our opponent, perfect. I mean, it's always great to see soldiers rage quitting over your non-meta version of the deck with Cormella, Glamorous Thief, and Evelyn. And by the way, Sorin made so much work today. This is one of the best cards in the deck. I need to include Sorin more, man. It's hard to compete with Sheoldreds, but this card wins both matchups, both the aggro matchup and the control one. Alright, going second, we have Liliana and March, and that has to carry us through this game. Alright, we make sure that Harvester is a possibility on the next turn. Maybe we can rectify it with Liliana. Let's see what their draw is. Colors are extremely aggressive, so they just drew it? Yeah. No, man. Oh, right, it was tapped. That's why they didn't play their, you know, their drop. Oh boy. Like, playing those 1-drops, I mean, it can be exciting for like 2 games, right? But when you play the third one, is it like, oh my god, this time I will play those 1-drops and I will hit attack button. And it's like, yeah, I showed him. He wouldn't be able to play those cards and press this button. That's the point. I see, wow. Yeah, I mean, quality gameplay so far, right? So he vomited his whole hand already. We don't block because it keeps the Swift Spear at bay. Can you imagine playing a 3-drop in this meta on the draw? Oh boy. So our play will be 2. This is actually decent, but pretty slow. So we definitely kill one of the creatures. I'm pretty sure he can buff the Swift Spears. So we already got our value on the next time. I think this is the play. It's not great, but believe me, it won't be like the fact that, you know, we get those 1-2s and we just trade perfectly. They will have some instance. Alright, Squeeze is actually pretty okay because it means very low power on the board. Do I want to... yeah, I want to cycle one of the cards, so I will use this blood token. So we are going for 2 only. See a Cormera. Maybe in the next meta, because right now you are just sacrificed for 2 mana. That's your role. That's your purpose. You can press the button right now and be Mythic. Alright, cool. Double Memory Deluge, of course, absolutely useless. This game will never be around playing cards. It will be just about playing one sweeper that hopefully wins the game. So I have Liliana already. I don't need to pay myself, and that's a pretty good thing. So I actually could start pressuring their hand. It also, yeah, I like pressuring their hand. So those are the runs. This is Memory Deluge. I don't have value after this play, but I have 2 next draws. That has to do. Alright. It's also a little bit of tell, because like opponent knows that we have to remove this board or we die, right? So if we don't seem super concerned about whatever happens here, we seem very concerned with whatever happening here. This is a clear tell that we can answer the board. Probably with a sweeper, right? Because there is no 3-for-1 card. I mean, Fable is close, but not exactly this way. Alright, show me the burn. 4 damage. Such high quality split. Like 1 and 3 goes to here, making 4. But 4 goes to my face. Crazy. So if we sweep right now, what happens? He plays Squee, and we are in another pickle. We could also play Amalgam and start blocking stuff. Maybe we just make the Devils, man. Let's try making the Devils. We never do it, and it should be close enough to a sweeper, and for the flyer we have the Amalgam. I mean, it's a bit better because it doesn't put cards into the graveyard, so they cannot replace Squee on this turn. Alright, what do we expect? They played Lightning Strike on Liliana, they needed 3 damage, so that's not a tell. At most they can pump it to what, 4 toughness. Which means we trade nicely here. And here we can still kill the chick, right? So whatever they do, we should be getting nice value. And of course, if they don't pump anything, they lose the board altogether. Lightning Strike. Do you have a priority after this? That's the big question. So far? Oh, that's it? I mean, that's pretty cool. So we definitely killed this one. And I mean, 2 damage is optimal on the Swift Spear. Pew 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 pew. Quality Mythic gameplay right there. And let's play the land. Squee is a problem. They just replay it. Somewhat. Alright, probably the worst play he could make. I love it. Alright, he doesn't have the 4th land, so I guess he just actually missed it. Let's go for Amalgam. I definitely do not want to sacrifice it. That's a first striker, but not enough power to trade. And here is the Evelyn. You know what? That's something. Like, we need to treasure this life gain that we have. The problem is that we don't have too much life gain in the deck, so it will be a little bit of problem. Do you attack? He actually did attack. Alright. I mean, that's interesting. Alright, Sorin is a life gain. So we kinda have some collection counter. So if we block here, I probably want this, but he really seems very eager to get the value. If he plays a land, right, he plays Squee, that's 3 creatures, 2 of them attacking, it has to combat damage to a player, and 1 of them might. We have a vampire, so let's actually go for this one. We take 1 damage, and the Lightning Strike kills us. The Lightning Strike kills us. If we go for the other trade, I mean, they don't win on board, I think. So maybe actually this is better. I can play 1 a turn, right? Once each turn you may play a card. So we will play Sorin. Alright, let's try. I don't think on the ground we should lose, so let's make sure that it's kinda hard for him to make the plays he really wants. And this is an MVP vampire that needs to win the game. Oh, that was a land, I hate it. And what was my card? Cormella? No, the Cliff. So double land from both of us. I think we win by just making vampires and hitting his face. And with Squee, simple land is a lot of power. And of course he draws one. Untapped, just to make sure. And one lightning strike is not enough, man. I think by not getting this one single damage to the face, we ensure that the top decks are not here. Squee, sure, but it gives us the lifelink. So he actually does not want to do it at all. Guys, I think we're doing it very nicely. So we go with this one. No. We might hit something very cool. He's tapped out, so I'm pretty sure we won this game. Alright, so now we have more options, but we'll just go. Yeah, see, moment when you hit with this vampire, they nearly always just scoop, man. And I think he could have lightning strike, so possibly this one damage less play won us the game. Alright guys, on the draw with March and Liliana. They need to carry us through this game. Let's place the launch. Matchmaker at work. Alright, it seems that we are surprisingly against Grixis, but we are fine with it. This can be interesting game, really. A lot of blue mana. Oh, right. I nearly forgot that the Fable is still here. For a moment. Alright, let's go Liliana. That's actually a pretty good play on our side. Because we get rid of the creature, but we also, right now, force some kind of answer. Liliana is one of the most annoying planeswalkers. It's so cheap, and even though she's 3 mana planeswalker, she just dominates the full game. If you don't answer her, man, like you are in for some nasty time. Alright. It will be probably March. It could be a land as well, but I will go with the March. I like the value from Memory Deluge. Oh, City on Fire! I love it. All right, we are entering some cool gaming area. This card can be cast easier than you think, and I can already see the idea. Oh boy, it actually might be not so easy. Because they will convoke this kind of cards quite quickly, and Liliana is dead unless we really want to protect her. Do I really want to protect her? Because then I'm vulnerable to a lot of stuff. Giving him the card. Let's try the Ertai, because if they want to counter it, they don't get the card. They consider the options. The consideration was a land. They still consider with Augury. I mean, Ertai seems pretty good play. They didn't have a counterplay and suddenly they are against Liliana. So not only Ertai won this game, but also the fact that he understood that it means that Liliana is alive.